Hello friends, welcome you in Research Needs. Today we are going to see how to calculate the sample size in animal study. Actually, this point is I have searched many times in Google, and there are many articles I have seen. In that, I found there are three methods. Three methods I found relevant and preferred in the literature survey. And these are the selection of sample size from the reference article. This is the known method, and mainly all the students and all the researchers are prefer this method only. And second is calculation of sample size from the resources equation method. And this is known method, and but nowadays it is not used because there are some reasons that I will discuss here. And the last third is calculation of sample size using software or power calculation method. We are going to see in this video G power calculation software, and I will show you the references where we are going to get that software to. And be moving forward, we will see next point. So, and second method is the resource equation method. In that, one formula is given: E is equal to total number of animals minus total number of groups. In that formula, we are going to see here E. According to this method, a value E is measured, which is nothing but the degree of freedom of analysis of variance, ANOVA. The value of E should lie between 10 to 20. Here condition is the whatever number of animals you are going to take for your study, that should be lie between 10 to 20. If E is less than 10, then adding more animals will be increase the chances of getting more significant result. And but if it is more than 20, then adding more animals will not increase the chances of getting significant results. Here it means to say our number of animals we are going to do study, animal study, it means to say it should be between 10 to 20 only. Though this method is based on ANOVA, it is applicable to all animal experiment. Any sample size which gives E between 10 to 20 should be considered adequate. But nowadays, this method is not preferred. We will see this by one example. Resource equation method. In that, we suppose we are going to see the one example. Suppose a researcher want to see the effect of drug, and he made five groups. One group as a control and four groups of different doses of drug with 10 rats each. Suppose we have a protocol in that one group is control and remaining four groups are means treatment groups, and total 50 animals we have, we can see here, and total five groups that we are going to minus here, so we will get 45 animals, which is more than 20. Hence the sample size in this experiment is more than necessary. As per the resource equation method, if E is more than 20, unnecessary animals we are going to use here. As per my point of view, this equation is used for toxicological studies because it has some limitations. You can see, it is not considered as a robust method. Power calculation is more useful. We will see in next step. So mainly this method is used in toxicological studies as per my suggestion. I'm not sure about that because I have not seen any literature are showing such, but the number of animals are saying itself that it is used in toxicological studies and it is not recorded in pharmacological study because in pharmacological studies number of animals are not recorded. Anywhere you can see any literature, if it is suppose it is a protocol for tumor study and some else type of study. Even that study, we are selecting six animals. Means tumor study means cancer study, like that. We are selecting mainly six animals per group. So this method is not preferred, resource equation method. And while we are doing pharmacological study, we have to select simply power calculation. And that power calculation, sometimes what happens, power calculation also gives same type of results if you are calculating. So you cannot sure about that power calculation will give you the large number of animals. And choosing a large number of animals in your experiment is also not good as per animal welfare concern. Moving ahead, power calculation method using software. See here it is given with the references that you can find that. For that I have written here. To find software link, we have to search Researchsop. It is completely free. You can find this software on this website. On this website, we can easily find in software we can easily find the software link. There are other very useful softwares are also here. You can use those, and here you can see the link, and while you click on this link you will find definitely the software easily. So this is the website where you can easily find the software link. And more, if you want to see how the same video, it is also explained here in detailed manner in writing in blog. So you can also go with that and check out that for detailed information, and it, it will be also easy you to understand the steps how to calculate the sample size. And this software can be used for simple as well as complex sample size calculation. And just we seen question resources method is very simple method, in that you can select five animals in each group, that will be sufficient. But in power calculation method, we can easily calculate the complex method, even animal experiment, whatever experiment is there. We can easily select and calculate number of animals, whatever we want. In respect to proper condition, proper justification, and by availability of past performed data and more, you have to play around with the affecting factors and also with the software, power calculation, G power calculation software. So G power can calculate sample size based on the pre-designed effect size. Here, effect size is important. Small, medium, and large. Difference between the groups based on the coherence principles. Coherence principles saying you have to choose three effect size: small, medium, and large. It is the main basis of this type of power calculations. So the main role in this power calculation, there are various factors. Among that factors, effect size is more important. So we will see, now we will see how this software will work. So step one, why will switch on the software, it's showing such interface in step 1. In step 2, we have to choose a test family. Here it has given five options, and I can explain you what are the five options. In that we have to choose F test. If we have more than two groups, then we have to choose F test. Otherwise, we have to choose, if we have two groups, we have to choose T test. If it is used, chi-square test and Z test are used for large population experiment or clinical trials. For clinical trials, for means large, big studies. And t-test for two groups already explained, and exact are for the similar kind of the items. It is used for two groups only, like t-test. So it's kind of different. We have main role, we have this f test only in our experiment, so we will go with that f test. We have to choose here in this method. And next, in next step, we have to choose the statistical test. We will select here ANOVA fixed effects omnibus one way. Why we will select this test? Because our animal study condition is applicable to specifically this test only. In my protocol, what I'm going to show you right now, it has only we are going to see the final effect. Means after, suppose I have choose a protocol in that on termination day, only once I have to measure the parameters in such condition. Parameter I have to analyze. I have to measure that parameter once, in the whole experiment after 10 days dosing, after 15 days dosing, or after 28 days dosing. Only once we have to measure the all parameters, that the kind of requirements in my protocol. So we are going to choose this option. If you have some other protocols in that repeated time measurement is needed, so you can go with these options. And when we can use these options, for that I will show you another video, in that we will play with these options. But for means many time points, multi time points experiments, we can use those options, or some other protocols we can discuss here in another video. We will this time we will see this option only. I'm moving forward in next option. So after this, in step 4, we have to choose the type of power analysis. We are here for sample calculation, so we choose the default option. The priority compute required sample size given alpha, power, and effect size. These options we have to choose, and we have to give their values. In next step, we will see, we will go with alpha error probability, that we have to choose only 0.05, or second option you have the 0.01. It is completely depend what significant level of result you want. If you want significant level 0.01, then you can select 0.01. Otherwise, it is already given the default setting 0.05, that you have to choose. So we will see the next step. Here the power 1 minus beta error probability. And this is option for power calculation. It shows the confidence level. In that you can choose 95% or 80% or 90%. So accordingly you have to put here 0.95, 0.80 or 0.90. It's up to It's depend upon your protocols. We will go forward in next step. In step 7, we will see the number of groups. I have written here 11 groups. I have taken 11 groups. So accordingly, as per your requirement, you can add here. Now, moving forward on step 8. In step 8, we will see it has already given three default options. In that, we have to choose one, a small effect size, a medium effect size, and large effect size. Effect size conventions, we have to choose only one, any one you can choose, that we have discussed earlier in the starting of the protocol. This is the important point, and I remain it for later just because of we can discuss it properly. And next option we have, we can uh, we can add our previous study data by using this option. So we will see in next option that you have to click here determination, and it will open these options, and in that option you have to add all the means of the group and the number of animals, whatever number of animals the paper has given, that you have to add in that, and equal and age, and total sample size you have to write here. That means number of animals you have to write, and the number of groups, and the HD value with each groups and their average, and put in this column. And later you have to calculate, it will show the effect size, and that effect size you have to put here. In the this option means in determine option, you can add publication data, or you can use previous study data. You can add uh, by paper means a publication, research paper publication, and then you have to calculate and you have to play around these options. So you will select the number of total sample size it will shows. So what happened in this protocol? It has shown 33, but 33 is very less. Per group around 3 animals. It is not sufficient. Here we will check research equation method. Less than 5, it is not sufficient as per the resource equation method. And to get the significant result and to get the adequate result, or to get the effective result, we have to go more than 5 or at least 5. So we will see the other options that we have, or we have to choose the default option that already given and that we are already discussed, or we have to change. We can change here. Here we have to change 0.8 to 0.95, the confidence level, the power calculation 0.95. If we have made that change, after calculation it's showing again total sample size of 44. So 44 again is not sufficient. So we have to go with that uh, options, default options. In that we will select the other options. Step 9, I have closed this option, input parameters, and I have selected that it has given three effect size. It has default setting of three effect size, 0.25, 40, and 0.10. So I choose in that the highest option 0.45, 40, and that of I I went with that option and it has given me this number of total number of animals. Total sample size will be 121. So uh, means per group it's showing around 12 animals. So I found this option and these parameters are now perfect with my study. So this type of calculation you can do with your calculations, power calculation method. And I have shown you one example in this experiment, means video. Another same type of um, calculation you can do with this software. I have given you all the parameters. These are the references, whatever you want. This software. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.